Hey there, welcome to class. Today I have a class designed to help you get into Headstand. If you like this class, please remember to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel for more. Go ahead and grab a mat. You may want to set up in front of a wall if you're scared of rolling forward. When you're ready, I'll meet you right back here. Today we'll begin at the back of the mat in child's pose, knees wide. Allow the arms to reach forward in front of you. Rest the forehead on the mat. Take a moment to check in with yourself. Notice how your body's feeling. Notice how the breath is entering and leaving your body this morning or this afternoon. Notice any thoughts making their way through your mental space today. Begin to invite a little more air into the body with the breath. Fill the belly. Exhale, let it all out. Inhale to fill the ribs. Exhale, release, let the ribs hug in along your sides. Inhale to fill the chest. Exhale, let it all out. Inhale, combine it all, send the breath deep into the belly. Send the breath wide into the ribs and up into the chest. Exhale, let it all out. Hug yourself with your ribs, draw the belly button back. With the next inhale, spread the fingers wide, plant the hands firmly on the earth. Allow the elbows to press firmly down onto the earth. Peel the hips up off the heels. Maybe shift the arms forward a little. Allow the knees to come back as the belly comes to the earth. Elbows should be stacked directly under the shoulders, fingers spread wide, index fingers pointing forward. Now press the toes down towards the earth. We'll begin to peel the hips up off the earth. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Press the armpits back. Walk the feet forward. Lengthen into the spine. Create a long line from the tip of the tailbone down to the crown of the head. Hug the ribs in along the sides. Exhale to walk back. Come through an elbow plank and peel the hips down towards the earth. Press the chest forward between the hands. Open the heart. Crown of the head to sky. Inhale here. Exhale, press toes into earth. Lift the hips. Begin to walk the feet forward as you press the armpits back. Bring the gaze forward. And exhale one more time to come down. Walk the feet back. Allow yourself to come through an elbow plank. Sink the hips down slowly. Hug the elbows in towards one another. Press the chest forward in between the hands. Tuck the tailbone, crown of the head to sky. One more time. Press feet to earth. Come through elbow plank. Hips up towards sky. Armpits press back. Slowly walk, walk, walk. Feet forward. As far as they'll go. Bring the gaze forward. Press elbows in towards one another. Hands firmly to the earth. Inhale here. Exhale, begin to shift your weight forward. Bring your nose down towards your hands. See if you can graze the ground with your nose, and then press back. 1. Inhale through center. Exhale to come forward. Bring the nose down towards the earth and up. That's 2. We'll do 5 of these. Keep the elbows hugging in towards one another. As you breathe through it, bring the nose to graze the earth and press back. That's 3. 1 more here. 4. And the final. Press forward. 5, you should be feeling this in your shoulders. Go ahead and sink the hips down. Come through child's pose. We'll roll up to sit on our heels. Now, I want to take a moment here to give you a few cues before we start working in towards our headstand. We've gotten our shoulders really nice and warmed up. So, to start, we're going to grab onto opposite elbows and place the elbows on the ground. Cup one hand inside the other and take a look down at the shape you're creating. It looks kind of like a little house, a little hat. So this is the shape that you want to maintain when you're in your headstand. You'll want to draw the elbows in towards one another consistently because they'll want to slink out, slide out, and these are your base. In headstand, we're not really putting much of our weight onto our head. We're using the arms and shoulders a lot. This will protect the spine. So again, grab opposite elbows, cup one hand inside the other. Now, the back of the head will go cradled into the hands, and a good rule of thumb is if you place the heel of your palm right above your eyebrows, where your middle finger touches is around where you'll want to rest your head. Once we're actually upside down, you'll notice where it feels best for you. For now, just do this little measurement and see where your middle finger lands and use that spot as a starting point. So once we're here on the earth, the next thing to focus on as we lift the hips up off the heels and come upside down is keeping the core really strong, because this is the second part of the body that will help hold you upside down. So place your hands on your ribs. Allow the ribs to hug in along the sides as you exhale. Inhale, fill the ribs. Notice them expand. Exhale, hug the ribs in. When you're upside down, this is what you want to be doing with your ribs the whole time. So you want your ribs really supporting your internal organs, really supporting your core. We'll want the belly button drawing back towards the spine. And we'll want the pelvic floor drawing up. Imagine you have a suction cup down there and it's drawing up, keeping this whole area really secure. So we'll start hugging in the elbows. So measure your distance with your forearms. Elbows down to the earth. Cup one hand inside the other. Go ahead and place the crown of the head on the ground. Now walk the knees back a little. And just to start, bring the knees up off the earth. Check in with your core. Hug the ribs in along the sides. Draw the belly button back. And begin to walk the feet forward. You'll notice your weight begin to shift. And as you walk forward, you're going to walk forward further than you think you need to. As you walk forward, you'll begin to notice a moment where your feet can barely reach the ground. They feel really weightless. I want you to play around here for a minute, shifting the weight forward, really noticing the hips come up over the shoulders, pressing the elbows in towards one another, drawing the ribs in, drawing the belly button back, imagining that suction cup in your pelvic floor. And then slowly come down to a child's pose to rest. We'll do this one more time. Measure elbows, cup one hand inside the other, place crown of the head on the earth. Go ahead and cup the back of your head firmly with the hands. Press the elbows firmly into the earth. Lift the knees. Hug the ribs in. Walk, walk, walk. Feel yourself become really weightless on your feet. And come down into a child's pose. Now, for this next portion, please just watch me first before you try, and then we'll try it together. All right, so we're going to plant elbows on the earth, cup hands, place crown of the head down, draw elbows in towards one another, plant the toes on the ground, lift the knees, hug the ribs in, engage the core, belly button back. Now, when you're at this point of walking really far forward, you almost feel like you're going to topple over. You're going to draw the heel in towards the bum and the knee in towards the chest, and see if maybe you begin to hover up off the ground. We never want to jump into it because that causes flailing and that causes you to be unsafe. So maybe play around with one leg, play around with the other leg. Think of cultivating strength. I'll come down. Child's pose. And let's try that part together. So, elbows in. Cup my hands. Crown of the head. Hug the ribs in. Knees off the earth. Walk forward. Heel into bum, knee to chest. Maybe try the other one. Take a moment to play around here with the feet. And the goal here is to begin to stack the hips directly over the shoulders. Keep those ribs hugging in. Keep your core really engaged. Keep elbows pressing in towards one another. Maybe you can begin to hover both feet off the ground. Both heels in towards the bum. Both knees into the chest. With the next breath, we'll come down and meet in child's pose. Every time you go upside down, even if you're not coming fully into headstand, you want to counteract that by staying in child's pose just as long as you stayed upside down to avoid getting dizzy and to avoid any adverse effects on the body. Now, if you feel confident moving forward, I'm going to show you the next step. If you haven't mastered the current step, then as we move forward, I encourage you to continue working on that one step until you feel comfortable. I'm a proponent of working in front of a wall, not to feel comfortable kicking up, but just for the security of knowing that you have something behind you, that you're not going to roll forward. And for me, when I was learning, a lot of it was fear of rolling forward. It wasn't like I never really used the wall to kick up to, but it really helped me conquer my fear. So if you are holding back because you're scared of rolling forward, you can go ahead and move your mat close to a wall, just as a preventative measure. All right, so elbows, cup hands, crown of the head to earth, lift knees, hug the ribs in, draw the belly button back, suction cup the pelvic floor, walk forward, bring one heel in towards the bum, bring the other heel in towards the bum. Now, we'll begin to lift one leg up towards the sky, and this will shift the weight a bit. So Go ahead and keep drawing that opposite knee in towards the chest, heel in towards the bum as you reach the leg that's straight up towards the sky. Imagine you're stacking hips directly over shoulders, knee directly over hips, ankle directly over knee, and you're reaching the toes up towards the sky. Press the elbows into the earth, shoulders away from the ears. Maybe try to lengthen the other leg up towards the sky. Really long line. We will meet down in child's pose. Come down slowly. Big breaths here. Inhale to roll up to seated. And we'll give it one more try together. To begin, measure the elbows, elbows to earth. Cup one hand inside the other. Crown of the head to earth. Hands firmly cup the back of the head. Lift knees off the ground. Hug the ribs in. Step forward on the tiptoes. One heel in, other heel in. One leg up, other leg up. Take one or two breaths here. Hold as long as feels comfortable in your body. Now to come out, we'll bring one knee to chest, another knee to chest. Bring one foot down towards the ground, slowly coming out the same way we came in. Walk the feet back a little. Come back into child's pose. Open the knees out to the sides. Allow the chest to sink down towards the earth. Send air into the spine, send openness into the spine, to the back of the neck. Maybe roll the head side to side. Roll up to a seat. Allow the chin to come to the chest. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Let the arms rest heavy as you pull down, lengthen into the neck. Draw the right elbow up towards the sky. Fold forward, fold towards the left as you stretch into the right side body. Exhale to roll down through center. Inhale, open left elbow to sky. Exhale, roll down to center. Release the hands down. Crown of the head up. Take a moment here to give yourself a big thank you for dedicating this time to yourself and to your practice. I hope this class and these cues and these tips help you get into headstand. If you didn't get it today, keep trying. It takes a little bit of time, but you will get it. I really hope to practice with you again soon. Namaste.